Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of benchmarking for God of War on PC. Now, before we get started, I have an RTX 3070, a Ryzen 5 5600X that is overclocked just a little bit more, but it sits around, as you can see, about 4.65 gigahertz, 16 gigs of RAM. I'll have my full PC specs listed in the description down below. Before this benchmark, I'm going to do, we'll start off with low settings right here. And then we'll go up to no original, high, then ultra. Then I'll do one more where it's ultra, like fully maxed out, because the ultra preset isn't fully maxed out. You can bump a couple more of them up to ultra plus. Yeah, I am playing on 1440p, and I'll do, after I do all the low, original, high, and ultra, I'll do one more test at ultra with DLSS on so y'all can see how that works. But yeah, before we get started, please go down below and give this video a like. I'd really appreciate it. And get subscribed so you don't miss my future videos. I'm planning on doing like a graphics showcase video for God of War. And then I'm also planning on doing a video where I just focus on all the different DLSS settings and just going through each and every one of them and testing out all the FSR settings on ultra settings for the game. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, then get subscribed and turn that bell on so you don't miss my future videos. But yeah, I think I got all that out the way. Let's get started. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little loop around here and for each one of them. I gotta say, one thing that's really cool about this game is that changing the settings is super easy. You can change any graphic setting and you don't have to restart your computer at all, which makes doing these tests very easy, which I appreciate. Oh, and for anyone wondering why I don't have a average FPS like reading up here, is because when I go into these option menus, my FPS goes way up, which would mean my average FPS would go way up, which would mean my average FPS would be inaccurate for the test. So yeah, you'll just have to deal with having the real-time FPS there. Just pay attention to it. Okay, now we'll keep it at ultra, but have Nvidia DLSS on, and we'll set it to quality. Now, before we get into these tests, I want to talk a little bit about what Nvidia DLSS is and what FSR is and what they do. So the way DLSS works is pretty much your game is rendered at a lower resolution, as you can see right here. This is what it's actually rendering each frame at, but then it's upscaled using your tensor cores and your RTX GPU to your native resolution right here. So you're getting that FPS as if you were playing at this resolution, but you're actually seeing this resolution right here. Now do keep in mind you have to have a RTX GPU from Nvidia to use DLSS, but don't worry if you do not have an RTX GPU, you can use Fidelity FX Super Resolution or FSR, and pretty much this does the same exact thing, except you can use it on pretty much any GPU. But do keep in mind, in some games it doesn't work as good, but either way it'll help you boost your FPS. And yes, you can use Fidelity FX Super Resolution on both Nvidia and AMD GPUs. But yeah, with that out the way, let's get into the testing. Alright, it seems like it's working pretty good. We're up to... probably bumped us up around 10, 20 FPS. That's pretty good. I might do a whole video dedicated to testing out all the different Nvidia DLSS options. Because I'm not going to test all of these in this video. I'm just going to do the performance or quality one. But I might do a video like dedicated to testing out all the modes. But we'll turn on FSR and set it to quality. Ooh, you know what? I think FSR might work a little bit better. I think our highest frame rate we saw with DLSS was like 90-ish. And we almost got up to 100 there. Actually, I'll do one more test for Nvidia DLSS and FSR. I'll try ultra performance. So we'll do quality and ultra performance. So yeah, we'll do this one. Ooh, okay. You might not be able to pick this up on video because I'm looking at 1440p and you guys are looking at 1080p, but yeah, ultra performance does not look that good. You can see like up in the leaves, and ooh, like this tree bark over here. Yeah, I would not recommend you use ultra performance. I'd recommend you turn down your graphic settings and not turn down DLSS. Okay, now let's see what FSR looks like on performance. Oh no. Oh my god. It looks so blurry. Okay, yeah, heck no. Do not use if you have a 1440p monitor, and I'm presuming it will look bad for 1080p too. If you have a 1440p monitor, do not use FSR or Nvidia DLSS with it set at its highest performance setting. Now, if you're playing at 4K, it might be a different story, but for 1440p and 1080p, do not use performance or ultra performance. If you're going to use these, use at least balanced. I would recommend quality though, and I always use quality for DLSS anyway, so I'd recommend you use that. Alright, so that's God of War on the PC benchmarked. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, then hey, go down below and give it a like and subscribe. One thing I do wish this game had was a built-in benchmark, because then it would show you like your average FPS, your highest and lowest, and all that, but it don't, so hey, you can't win them all. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.